So let's go through today's first deck of the evening, which is what I'm calling Hexmage Rock. So we were playing, I don't know, a couple weeks on stream, and we saw someone playing Vampire Hexmage in kind of just like a value shell. So I kind of went back and looked through and collected what I could and cross-referenced some other old modern lists that I saw. And this is kind of what we came up with. So the namesake of the deck is Vampire Hexmage, very common and timeless with Dark Depths. But it is a 2-mana 2/1 with first strike, and you can sack it to remove all counters from target permanent. So in our case, we're trying to do that with two things. We're making use of it with Overlord of the Balmerk, which is a 5-mana 5/5 Avatar Horror. When it enters or attacks, you mill 4, and then you get a non-Avatar creature or Planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. But the main thing is you can cast it for 2 mana, and it's an enchantment until after 5 turns. So if we have turn 2 Overlord, we can turn 3 play a Hexmage, sack it, take all the impending doom counters off of this. It becomes a 5/5 creature, and then we can attack immediately on turn 3. Along with that, other cool inclusion is we're playing Invasion of Ikoria. So one, this is a tutor, right? For 4 mana total, we can go search for Vampire Hexmage and put it on the battlefield. But it also just gets a non-human. So we can go find a Haywire Might, we can go find a Nethergoyf, we can find Grist, Emperor of Bones, Bogart Trawler, things like that. But the cool part is it also has defense counters, meaning that Vampire Hexmage can sacrifice to remove all 6 counters. And then we get an 8/8 reach dinosaur, and then for each non-human creature you control, you may have that creature assigned its combat damage as though it weren't blocked. So basically, we get to have unblockable damage, which is pretty cool. So these two are kind of our game enders, but along with that, we can do some other sort of silly things. We can, whatever reason, play Emperor of Bones, exile something, adapt it, and then later on, we can Vampire Hexmage, remove the counters so that we can adapt it again multiple times, allowing us to get 2 of the hasty effects off of it. Hopefully our opponent's playing something better than we are, but even with that, we can exile a troll from our graveyard. We can, get back an Overlord or, stuff like that. We can even use it to get back a Grist, but actually that doesn't work, so don't listen to me. But, oh yeah, it does, kind of. It's a creature. But anyways, we can kind of reset counters on that as well. So we're just trying to get some general value out of Vampire Hexmage. The rest of the shell is basic, just green-black rock, right? We're playing Fatal Push Thoughtseize. Nethergoyf has another beater because we're playing, artifacts, instants, sorceries. We're playing Prismatic Vista for our lands. We have Invasion of Ikoria as a battle, plus enchantments from Overlord. So it's pretty easy to turn on Delirium, and then more so just get multiple types in the yard for Nethergoyf to get big. We're playing Go for the Throat and Malevolent Rumble, another way to mill and get some general stuff going. And then we're also playing Eternal Witness, just to bring back anything we might need. If we need to grab a Hexmage, if we need to rebuy a piece of removal, stuff like that. Mana base is pretty simple too. We're also playing Nurturing Peatland as a way to get land type into the graveyard. And then we're also playing Underground Mortuary as some Surveil value. In terms of sideboard, we have a couple more targets for Invasion of Ikoria. We're playing another Haywire Might along with a couple Soulless Jailers, which are basically our Grafdigger's cages on a stick. We're playing a couple Surgical to sort of back up that in terms of our graveyard hate. And then the rest of the deck is basically just removal. A couple Abrupt Decay, Fade from History for auras and things like that. Calling Ritual for Boros, and then Toxic Deluge and Pick Your Poison for some mass creature removal and artifact and enchantment hate. So that's it. We're just trying to get general value out of Hexmage, but we're just playing high card quality and hoping it's enough to take down our opponents. So we're going to do some games and see how we do. All right, chat. Game 1, match 1. I like our hands. We can lead on Thoughtseize into a Rumble and fill up for Goyf. If we need to find a third land, we can get it off the Troll. Thoughtseize our opponent. He leads with an Oculus right away, so we're going to take a Thoughtseize. Emperor Bones is going to be pretty strong here. I'm actually going to put that out on the field right away, so we can just start eating stuff from opponent. Emperor's going to be a pretty decent removal sponge as well. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to play Psychic Frog. Also kind of funny with Hexmage. We can remove counters from it. I think we'll take a Balmerk. We're at 3 types, but I think we're just going to play this Balmerk out right away. Mill ourselves again. Probably exile that Grist. Or grab that Grist, I should say. Nothing worth exiling here. So we're just going to snag a Forest. It doesn't matter too much. No swings. Opponent will probably discard Oculus end of turn here. And then we'll see an Unearth on our following turn. Or not. Interesting. Opponent's gonna swing. Playing Razor Demon as well. Very interesting. Alright. So he's gonna get a double Unearth here, which is gonna hurt chat. Demon plus Oculus is pretty gross. This is War discard, right? Yeah. So we can do a couple things here. I don't know if we want to... I feel like Oculus is going to be a little bit crazier against us. So we can play our Grist and kill the Oculus. Problem is, we're still taking quite a bit here. I think we actually basically are dead, right? If we kill Razor Demon, we discard something, he still hits us for 7, 10, discards 1. It doesn't even matter. Okay, game 2. I actually think we're gonna bring in the Pick Your Poisons, the Surgicals, and the Abrupt Decays. We have a lot here. I don't know if we want Toxic Deluge. I don't want to over sideboard. That's a lot. Haywire Might's not great here. Go for the Throat's fine. Emperor is fine. Wonder if we just drop our Trolls. Go down a Rumble. Go down a Hexmage. Go down an Overlord. And maybe an Ewit. Keep the Trawler. We're just going to go real removal heavy. $61 cards seems kind of nutty. Probably don't need the Toxic Deluge, but all right, let's try again. No lands in our opener. This is better. We'll hold on to a Goyf. I doubt he has turn 1 plays. Maybe a Tameo or something. Bum, bum. Problem is we have to worry about his graveyard along with Psychic Frog. Two mana. Grand. Hell yeah. think we're going to push the Grand Red off a cliff. It's going to be incredible. We have a 3-4. And we draw an Emperor, which is pretty good. Swing 3. Exile is Grand Grand. Alright, we'll see what opponent is gonna do here. Cracks the Vista. It's good we have a lot of relevant cards here. Maybe we'll get a Razor Demon, chat. No, just a Graveyard Trespasser. Alright. Nothing fancy. Eats our Jailer. Invasion is pretty hot. I think we're gonna eat this. Discard the... I think we have to discard Invasion, right? And then we can eat his Trespasser and swing for 4. We can also reanimate Trespasser next turn. 4/4, 5/6, +3. So we swing for 9. He's at 7. He needs to play a blocker this turn. Hopefully we draw lands if we need to back up with Toxic Deluge the following turn. But we're just going for it. Oh my gosh, chat. I am so tired. Jeez Louise. But we're working on making the... I've been trying to make the Jank Tank faster in terms of deck loading, and it's getting there. Still got some more to do, but it's getting better. There's the Demon. He cast it, so we get to draft something. I think the best thing is we're just going to pact him, right? And we're going to deal 4, gain 4. There's the lands. We get to reanimate his Trespasser. And then eat something, swing. And we go into game 3. Like I said, we have a lot of hate. I don't necessarily know, like I said, if we need the Deluge. I'm just trying to run it back, I think. We kind of just need to keep threat plus interaction. Like, it's okay to draw all our sideboard cards, but we need to have something to back it up. In that case, we had Goyf to start us off. This is pretty good. Touch slow, but not bad. We're going to start with our own Mortuary. I'll keep a Picture Poison. We have 3 lands plus a Rumble, so I'm not super worried. He's going to Emperor Bones us. I think we're going to crack this. Go get a black source, and we're just going to Abrupt Decay his Emperor. Don't want to do Surgical yet. Cracks the Vista. I'd love for him to just hardcast something. Trespasser's fine. What do we want to do? Just play our Jailer here? Or do we want to play our own Emperor? Fatal Push is pretty good as well. Let's just play our own Jailer. Play a Mortuary. I think we'll keep a land on top. I don't mind that. Opponent is in the tank a little bit here. cracks the Vista. I'm feeling good here, chat. Handful of stuff. I'm just gonna see a swing. Seems like it. Eats my Vista. We're gonna block with the Trespasser. Cast Ashiok Dreamrender. See if he mills himself. He does. Very good for us. He doesn't have anything super relevant in here. So I think I'm just gonna let that be. We're gonna play our own Emperor. And then we're gonna rumble just to see if we can pick up something else. Emperor sounds good to me. And then we're gonna eat his Emperor bones. Pass back. Debating whether or not I want to sack and fire off this Fatal Push on the Trespasser. It's not really doing anything crazy right now, though. I'm hoping we could get a surgical target here soon, but I don't think it's quite worth it on Grand. He's gonna mill us this time. Didn't really hit anything relevant, so I don't mind. 41 cards left in our deck. If he wants to unearth a Grand, I'm all for it. He goes for Oculus, which I think is fine. Because we have the Pick Your Poison. At this point, I think we just wipe his board and start swinging. Is my best sort of bet here. So we're gonna Pick Your Poison, sacks a creature with flying. And then I think I want to do this and Fatal Push the Trespasser and discard this. And then I want to play Emperor out. And now we get to start eating his whole graveyard. Not going to do anything with it yet. But I think having both of those exiled is going to be better for us. Probably just going to turn both of these Emperors into 4/4s. He plays second Oculus, which is annoying. He is playing Toxic Deluge. Good to know. See if he tries to bring back the Demon. He's got nothing in hands. We're going to eat all those and eat that. Alright, swings at us for 5. We're on a 3-turn clock. He makes a blocker, but now we get to... Well, I guess we had Soulless Jailer anyways, so it doesn't matter. But at least we get those out of the yard. Let's adapt this. What has he got? Anything good? A Grand? And a Toxic Deluge? We're gonna swing here. I think I'm gonna... No, we'll swing at him. We'll swing all at him. I think he'll maybe block my Emperor. I think we're just going to let that trade out. And then that way we can kill the Oculus. Obviously, it puts Oculus back in his yard. But now he's got a Burrowgoyf, of course. It's annoying, chat. He's going to keep milling us. Luckily, he's not really hitting anything relevant. I would have liked another Goyf maybe, but... We're going to eat his Oculus. Swing for 4. Ours dies, he goes up, and then we're just chilling here. I'd like to see an invasion off the top, maybe. This is a good back and forth game. Maybe he goes for the final mill. He does indeed. Okay, he hit some relevant stuff there. That fucking sucks. Finally hit some relevant things. Let's just hope his top decks are worse than ours. And they are not. He finds a 4-4. With nothing to exile from our yard, though. But that was a very good top deck from opponent. So we are stuck on lands. You hate to see it, chat. Hits us. Does he have relevant creatures? No. So we're on a 4-turn clock. We can always block if we need to. Find a Thoughtseize. Not going to fire that off. I don't really want to go to 7. We'll go to 5. Find a Surgical Extraction. I think I just kind of want to see what he's got going in his hand. Thoughtseize. He has one more of these. He doesn't have a ton of threats left, but if we can't find anything to stop this glutton, we're kind of in the bone zone here. So we might throw this Soulless Jailer in front of it. He did just look at his graveyard again. Which makes me think he might have an actual something, but he doesn't have anything to reanimate. So he might have drew an Unearth. Invasion would probably be our best bet here. He Thoughtseizes our Thoughtseize. Goes to 11. We find a Peatland, which draws us a card. That's pretty good. We get to go find our Hexmage. And now we get an 8/8. We'll see if he has removal for it. That was a good draw. Might be a Toxic Deluge in his hands. Or just an Unearth. And he wants the single life gain trigger there. I'd prefer if it was a Toxic Deluge and he goes down to 7, but no, it's just Unearth. I don't know if there's any... Oh, he had a Jailer in there to eat. Alright, chat. That was... We are drawing absolutely nothing relevant. And it sucks. Again, no creatures to eat at the moment. We're just kind of sitting here. We are just sitting here. Second Hexmage. Don't know if that was the right play. We can at least block the Glutton. I don't know how much... I didn't really check what kind of removal he's playing. He does have Fatal Push, but if he had a push there, he would have killed his Zeraltha, right? Zalortha? Is that Lortha? So our Dino is unblockable. So if he didn't top deck something to get through or remove the Hexmage, we just get a free swing at him and he's dead. He cycles. See if he found a push. Of course he did, chat. Of course he did, chat. That sucks. That was a close game. We drew absolute dog shit for so long. That's a fun matchup though. That was a lot of back and forth. Alrighty, game 1, match 2. I feel pretty good about this. We're gonna lead right away on a Goyf. Probably Balmerk on 2 over the Rumble in case we hit a whatchamacallit? Yeah, I'll take a second Goyf. Swing for 2. Is everyone just playing Grand today? What's going on? Draws, discards Oculus? Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Interesting. Double Oculus decks. I think we're just gonna keep loading up on Goyfs here. He blocks and puts just a land in the yard. Fine with us. We at least get to block Grand if he wants to dump something else. Do we have a land in the yard? We do. There's the Frog. Not super worried. He only has, what, 4 in hand? Let's Rumble. Kind of Mortuary. Dump a lands. Play another Goyf. I am going to swing both Goyfs. If he wants to discard 2 things to save a frog, or 3 things to kill one of our things, I think that's fine. Discard second frog plus a scour. He's gonna do 1 more. Indeed he is. Okay. He's just gonna trade out 1. I think that's fine. We have a 4/5 now. Balmer comes down in 2. We have 2 peatlands to cycle through if we want to. He finds a Fatal Push off the Goyf. Let's see if he's going to fly the frog or not. I would assume yes. Indeed he does. Alright. God, Psychic Frog's a gross card, huh? Discards. Okay, so this is more traditional Oculus rather than going all in on Razorkin. Which I think we're fine with. He doesn't have much going on for him here. Let's crack this first one. Find a troll. That's interesting, huh? He's probably just gonna keep flying, right? Our best bet is to try and race. I'm glad we have some good tech against these decks. He's unearthing the Oculus. Jeez Louise, chat. Oh, he decides not to fly. Or he's just waiting. He's just waiting, chat. Double Oculus deck is kind of gross. Find another Nether Dwarf. Let's peatland draw, see if we find like a Fatal Push for the Oculus. We don't. Let's draw into game 2. Let's go into game 2. Pick Your Poison seems good. Abrupt Decay seems good. Jailer seems... We have so much stuff for this matchup. I'll take... I don't know if I really want that many Toxic Deluges. Haywire Might's not good. Drop a Hexmage. Drop a Rumble. I like Grist. I think Bogart Trawler's fine. Drop a couple Trolls. Drop an Overlord. Drop a Goyf. Send it like that. Let's try that, chat. Alright. Sure. Give me your Grand. If we just curve out here, I feel pretty good. Fatal Push is fraud. And then Bogart Trawler him. We hope. That's the plan, chat. Does not discard the Oculus, which is interesting. I will take an Emperor. He does not play an untapped land, which is even better for us. He does play a Quantum Riddler. What did he mill? Anything relevant? Nothing crazy. I think maybe we just play the Bogart, huh? No, we'll play the Emperor. Get it while we can. We'll eat the Psychic Frog. And we're going to hold on to it until next turn. Doesn't have anything to do Oculus yet. He unearths a Grand. Okay. Spicy. We're going to shoot the Grand. Shoot her real good. And you know what? I think we're going to start putting some pressure on and draw a card off this Psychic Frog. Other cool thing you can do is this gets a finality counter, so you can remove that with Hexmage. Does he have a push here? Eat his Grand. Yet again. Probably should have pushed something before that trigger went off if he has it, but... Surgical's Extraction, our Fatal Push. Swing for 5, gets a draw card here. Beautiful draw. It's our last basic there. So now we're chilling with a 4/4. We get Overlord next turn, and we have a Decay in hand if he plays something. Hard cast is Oculus. We'll let that resolve. And Abrupt Decay it. Good for us. We're going to hard cast the Trawler. Exile that from his yard. Swing. We have anything relevant in here? No. Swing 4. And then we get to jam our Overlord here. We're going to hang on to this Overgrown Tomb just to play some mind games. He does have Riddler mana if he wants to. But he just goes for the Frog instead. Which I think is quite interesting. I think we're just going to mill... Or we're just going to swing all here. Hexmage would be good. Grist is great. Discards an Oculus. Discards that. Okay, so he goes all in. And goes to block. He's down to 2. We get to Grist. Do we just want to kill his thing and then... Let's Balmerk first. Get back Eternal Witness. I think we're just gonna sack this and kill the Frog. He'll have to spend his whole turn just to play the Riddler. And then there's a lot we can do. We have second Grist in the yard, so we can play Witness. But we can just go for the throat this. Swing 5. And he dies. Okay, game number 3. I feel good with what we were doing there, so I think I'm just going to leave it. And we're going to keep running it. Thoughtseize, Jailer, Goyf. Interesting land here, but I think that's okay. I'll hold on to a Rumble. Let's see if he gets off a thing here right away. Seems like it might happen. In which case, we're going to be a turn too slow, and Oculus will take over the game if he gets it off this turn. He did not. That's good for us. He Thought Scours us, which I think is fine. We do find second Black Source. I think we're going to Thoughtseize him. Don't know why he did that, but... okay, we'll just play our Goyf out. He's got really nothing going for him. But he's going to swing into us anyways. Didn't discard anything relevant. Does he have a push for the Goyf? Unearth cycles. Cool. Doesn't seem like he found anything good. We get to Thoughtseize him again. Take his Riddler. Play an Emperor and exile his Riddler. I feel pretty confident here. He's got 7 cards in hand. That didn't really do anything for him. Play Grand again. I would have liked a land there, but I think we're just going to replay both of these. Obviously, if he finds an Oculus, that sucks for us. But we're just going to keep eating his yard. Swinging. Swings. He's really digging for something relevant here. I think we're going to block with the Goyf. I mean, he still could come back somewhat if he had an Oculus, but he kept quite a bad hand there. All right, chat, not bad. 1-1. Interesting that we played 2 Dimir fraud lists in a row. Match 3, game number 1. We'll lead on a Thoughtseize. See what our opponent's jamming. I don't like to see Restless Anchorage, but I will take a Divine Purge. I assume we're just going to get whatever our turn 2 play is bounced around, which kind of sucks. There was another... I'll look for it in a second, sorry. Let's see if we can play our Emperor out. Gets reprieved. There's another deck I want to add to the agenda. Find a Vista here, which is pretty hot. Let's crack it. Opponent on 2. Which is kind of cool as well. See if we can play the Emperor. Second reprieve. We'll play out a Haywire Might, though. But when does Lorwyn come out? The 20th? I did my Brewers review on YouTube. If anyone has checked that out yet, it is up and running. Let's see if we can play this Rumble. Him to the Ages in response is fine. Ooh, let's take the Invasion of Ikoria. And then let's play a Balmerk while we can. And see what we can grab here. We'll bring the Hexmage back. That way we can flip Balmerk next turn if he doesn't try and Verdict us. Or Cryptic Command mana us. But he only has 1 blue, so he can't. We'll see if we can... Is it worth? I don't know yet. Let's play the Hexmage. Or try to. We'll target the Balmerk. And see what he does. That at least fills our hand a bit more. Ooh. Kinda want to take a Goyf here, actually. As another cheap threat. He could have anchoraged us, but he decided not to. I'm just gonna chill with these on the field. I assume we get Verdict here. And then we can... How many... We have 2 in the yard? So now we can do this for 2. Search our graveyard. Go get Hexmage and then sack and get an 8/8. And then play our Goyf. He still doesn't have Cryptic quite yet. He could have Second Verdict, could have Teferi, so he's not quite dead. But we do restock our board right away, which is pretty hot. There's the Cryptic mana. Taps both and does that. Interesting. Okay. We'll Balmerk. If you want to reprieve, you can reprieve. Cool. Give me a Hexmage. Opponent is still dead on board at the moment. There's a Teferi. We can Hexmage his Teferi, which is nice. If we want. Which is probably what we're going to do. You just untap 2 lands. See what kind of removal he has in hand here. March is for 2. Yeah, that's fine. Smack for 6. Emperor Bones. Pass back. Still has Anchorage up. We can just turn Emperor into a 4/4. Don't think we will with a purge like that. This is Hall of the Storm Giants. Fine for us. Let's play another Emperor. Let's play another Overlord. I think I want to get back to Hexmage and play this. Targeting this one. Does he have another March? No, just a tap. Okay. Does he have anything relevant? He does not. Let's steal something from our yard then. I think we're gonna take our own Overlord. Dude is staying alive. I'll give him that. Ujin, I'm here for it. He has a -5. We can do what here? We can go Emperor. Spell Snare. And then we Rumble. I don't know if we can come back from an Ujin chat. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Kills our token, swings at us for well. Do we have another Emperor anywhere? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we're out of Emperors. We can grab that one from the graveyard. Do we have enough to do all that? Maybe. So we do this for 2. We do. Do that for 2. From our graveyard, grab Emperor. Trigger. We need something big like an Overlord. And then we kill him. Okay. That was good. Nice draw on our end. I think I want the Surgicals. We don't have a ton against counterspells, chat. That's tough. Surgical is probably our best bet. Might be relevant to have, like, Pick Your Poison for something. He is playing Flyers. Divine Purge. Nothing necessarily crazy. Haywire Might's probably not doing anything in that case. Abrupt Decay doesn't do a whole lot. We don't have a lot for this matchup. I think we're just trying to send it the way it is. And we have to kind of really rely on Emperor and our Thoughtseizes to get us through here. This deck's hot. These are fun matches, though. You got to really fucking find your lines. Yes, it's not the worst. Get an Overlord going kind of quick. Would have preferred a Fatal Push there. Or a Thoughtseize, but that's okay. Let's see if we can Overlord. Assume we get reprieved. Yeah. Cool. What do we get? Goyf? I'll take a Goyf. We'll play a Goyf. Maybe get counterspelled. He's trying to him us in response. At least next turn, we can at least start overlording. Might have Cryptic Commander here. We'll see. Yeah, he does. Interesting. Let's see if he Cryptics our Hexmage. He does. Good for us. We're gonna eat that. Swing for 3. He doesn't have double white yet. Now he has double white. No Verdict, though. We're gonna Hexmage, activate right away to adapt, bring the Hexmage back, target the Overlord, and then we're gonna swing for 9. And we're gonna try and restock our hand here and get the Goyf back. Actually, we're not even going to play the Goyf. We're just going to leave it. And leave him dead on board so he's on the backswing. He has to have Purge or some marches here. Maybe. Bum bum ba-dum ba-dum. Chat, I really have to pee. It is so good for me. Dun 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 boom 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 boom. Bum, ba-da-dum. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum. Ba-da-dum. We're gonna destroy our own thing. And then bring our Goyf back. Smack for 5. We'll hang on to the Hexmage combo in case he decides to wipe the board. He might counter this. Or not. Maybe a Cryptic Command here. It's fine. We're gonna Grist. He's what, 1 turn away from Ugin mana? Okay, never mind. We should be okay. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Ba-da-da, ba-dum, bum. There's a Purge. Nice! Chat just fucking dominated. Just 2-0'd blue-white control. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise! What are we in here? Match number 4? With a pretty good hand. I actually think we're gonna lead on Troll and go get ourselves an Overgrown Tomb. So we can sort of stay on curve here. Without that mortuary. Whew, I'm cold. Hindering us, chat. Opponent leaves on Ignoble Hierarch. You got it. We're going to push that right away, I believe. And then let's just jam a Goyf. See where that gets us. Cub. It's pretty good. If we want, we could. Well, there's a couple things we can do here. I think we're going to rumble into Overlord. Let's get an Emperor. Mill ourselves again. Goyf becomes a 4-5. Maybe we can grow it to a 5-6. Indeed. Let's get the Grist back. Keep it at a 4-5. Swing 4. We can Hexmage. Get the Overlord back next turn. Or we can Emperor plus Grist. Interesting. We'll draw. We find a Goyf. Okay, let's Hexmage. Target the Overlord. Play second Nether Goyf. And then swing for 5. I think I want the Emperor back. Play our lands. I'll keep it go for the throat on top. It's pretty good. We'll see what we want to do next turn. Might be best just go for the throat this Shieldred. Or maybe let's go for throat the Demon. Play an Emperor. What do we have in our yard? Anything good? Let's eat a Troll. I wonder if he realizes he doesn't have to block that. We're at 7. Gray Merchants us for 2. Goes up to 4. Swings at us for 2? No. Do we just... What do we want to do? Do we want to Grist and kill the Gray Merchant? Or do we... I think we just eat this. Put the Troll onto play. And then swing all. Eat his Shieldred. Troll's unblockable, and then we mill and get ourselves back a Goyf. And he dies. Wow, very aggressive start from us. He looks to be on some sort of more mono black devotion shell, but using ramp to get there. So I think we're gonna bring decays, a couple deluges, maybe a haywire. I don't really know. I don't mind pick your poison. A lot of our stuff seems pretty good. Could probably drop an invasion, drop a troll. I kind of want to keep Ewit. Maybe we'll drop one deluge and drop an emperor. Do something like that. Wow, We're killing it, chat. We're doing great. It's a slow hand, huh? We're gonna maul that, I think. Sure. This is also kind of slow, but at least we can get a Goyf on one. Game's lagging a little bit here, chat. Opponent mortuaries and swings, and we're gonna block. Is he playing pump spells? Chat, I don't think opponent knows what his own cards do. I like this game. Grist is beautiful here. Start generating some value. We're just gonna keep eating his yard for now. Swing for 2. Another High Arch, which is fine by us. Let's decay it. Throw up another plus on there. Mill into that. Play a 4/5. Eat his High Arch. Swing for 3. Not really fearful of like a board wipe here. We have our own board wipe. He can Gray Merchant. Yeah, that's fine. I think we're just gonna eat one of those to kill the merchant. And then we get to eat that with ours. We might as well just start upping the clock here, right? Yeah. GG. We can keep this, right? Opponent's on the play. But we have Thoughtseize, push, and we can grab a land off troll. We're going to try it. I might regret my decision. But if they're a little slower than us, then... Ooh. Oh, okay, chat. Okay, chat. I don't know what we're going to do against this deck. A little burn action? Is burn faster than us? Probably. Unless he just keeps playing Bump in the Nights. Hell yeah! We'll push his Lava Runner off a cliff. And then we'll play our Goyf. Hopefully that blocks his small creatures. I don't know why he's really looking at our swamp, chat. Really checking out our swamps. Get out of my swamp. Okay, so he's out of fuel. He has a little... Okay. Also, he's playing Lightning Strike for some reason. That's a bad card. Don't really want to go for the throat. I will say, I don't... Ooh. We don't have a board presence enough here, so... Him continually getting Lava Runners is not good for us. Kind of sucks for us, actually. Bogart Trawler is pretty hot. We're gonna eat his Bump in the Night. Probably not. I mean, we're probably just dead to anything here, right? We're dead to literally everything. Yeah, Chain Lightning. All right, chat. What did we learn? Don't be on the play. I think we're just gonna bring in the Haywire Mites. I low-key kind of like Soulless Jolly as a big-ass blocker. I think we just want to commit a little more to the board. So we're gonna like take out the trolls. And I don't... What else can we bring in? Anything? Maybe we don't... I think we just don't want Thoughtseizes, actually. It is a good deck. We're 3-1 right now. You should go watch the matches we played earlier. They were actually super fun. A lot of fun lines to play back and forth. I don't really want to. Maybe I'll bring in an extra Abrupt Decay, but there's not much here. When's the last time you saw someone playing Jitsu Lava Runner? Are we assuming he's also playing Swift Spears? Okay, this hand's alright. I kind of want to just turn one a Goyf just to turn one a Goyf and give him something to focus on, even though we're taking 2. Also, what's up, Frozen? How are you? Chat, he is playing Swift Spear. We're so smart. I hope he just... Is he gonna kill our Goyf? No. Okay, that's good for us. Sweet. We can Overlord, make our Goyf quite big, hopefully. Good. I'll take a Hexmage, and then we'll play out our Haywire Might as a blocker. Swing 5. If he kills our Might, we can also Emperor it and bring it back and then gain another 3. Skewer. He's just gonna go all in on this, huh? Jesus Christ, chat. Absolutely disgusting. Let's play our Jailer. Let's swing for all of that. And then, what are the chances we get Skull Cracked? I'm gonna take... I like my chances. What are the chances we die here? Does he have it? Does he have it? They always have it. Chad, he didn't have it! He didn't have it! What a nerd. He didn't have it, chat. I got way too excited. All right, next one. Let's go. I think we're going to lose because now we're on the draw. But Haywire Might coming in clutch there at the last second there, huh? Excuse me. We don't have any life gain in the sideboard. Not that we need it, but it's just funny. Weird that he's not playing, like, Kakazan, or we didn't see, like, Roiling Vortex. We didn't see... There's a lot we didn't see. We can't keep this, right? No. I feel like we... Jesus, don't do this to me, deck. Okay. I'm going to put back these. We're going to keep these. Let's see if we get turn 1 Swiftspeared. Okay, Soulstar Mage. Relevant. I think we're just going to pop the Mage here. Yeah. Bolt Wave 2. Second. Okay. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. We'll see if he takes the time to kill the Goyf. Fucking got him, boys. Cowards can't block warriors, baby. Cowards can't block warriors. But yeah, overall, this deck was hot. A lot of fun lines to play. Like, reanimating things with Emperor of Bones. Even in that last game, like, we put an Overlord under one Emperor, put a Hexmage under the other, and paid 4 to make 2 4/4 Emperors. Bring back the Overlord, sack the Hexmage to remove the finality counter, and then we're left with a 4/4, a 4/4, and a 5/5. Pretty sweet. The fact that Invasion of Ikoria grabs Hexmage out of the graveyard is really good, so that making an 8/8 is pretty consistent. And Haywire might actually came in pretty clutch too. So, very impressed by this list, actually. Not only did we do well going 4-1 in best of 3, but the matches were actually, like, super cool. Really back and forth. Those first 2 Oculus matches we played were very close. A lot of fun lines to pull off with this list. Sideboard, I mean, we missed a lot of our sideboard cards. Probably could have modeled in a little more aggressively, but we got some weird land hands, so I think the main board feels pretty good. I'm excited to try this out with the new Bristlebane, whatchamacallit, from Lorwyn. Maybe just as like another beater. I'm not entirely sure where it fits. We might have to change like the deck style, get a little more aggressive with it. But it's like a 2-mana 6/6 with Trample and Ward that we can play with Hexmage. So we'll look for some updates on the future. But overall, it's like green-black rock with some extra fun sort of synergy there. Emperor Bones was really good as repeatable graveyard hate as well. And then Hexmage being able to like kill opposing walkers or take all the counters off of a Psychic Frog and stuff is pretty sweet as well. So I'm happy with it. A lot of fun and played well. That's my 2 cents on the list, and we'll call it there for this one. Thank you for watching.